in, I'm gonna throw a 2, 1, and I'm gonna come over the top.
Okay then. Oh, let's go, baby. Let's get it together here. Ryan and I just took a little mushroom capsule each, so bear with us. Oh, get that posture up. Grab yourself a beverage. Let's get serious. What do you say? The Timbo Sugar Show was supposed to be today. Supposed to be recording it today. Sugar wasn't feeling up to it. He had some activities going on last night and a little worn out. So we'll keep it at that. Episode 94 here. We're pulling up on 100. Can't believe that. And just got back from Long Beach. The Jiu Jitsu World Championships. And it was sweet. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. My students did good. My boy Bebo, he's only been training probably a little over a year. And he won 3 matches in a row. He had this really good kid his second match who won the World Pro, who won all these tournaments. And Bebo upset him. Submitted all 3 guys, and then he did something to a ligament in his finger. So hopefully it's not too bad. Taya had a hell of a match. Fought a very tough Brazilian girl. First match. Beat her by, I think, 2-0. And then the second match had a really tough girl. I think the girl was a number 7 seed from Gracie Baja. Tough, athletic competitor. Taya did good. Got a couple things to work on and back at it. But, man, to win Gi Jiu-Jitsu Worlds, people don't understand how in shape and how sharp your jiu-jitsu needs to be. That's the highest level right there. It's crazy because you don't see many Americans doing very good in that tournament. And just at the whole tournament in general, it's mostly Brazilians that have been training since they were in elementary school. And their way to make it is get good at jiu-jitsu and win the worlds and stuff. So there's a bunch of guys that, even at Blue Belt, I was thinking about it. At Blue Belt, the kids that medal at Blue Belt at that tournament would beat most like hobbyist black belts if they just had a match, would beat them. The levels of jiu-jitsu are so fucking crazy now. The kids are so good and so talented. And to win a tournament like that, especially at black belt where the matches are 10 minutes long, you have to be in some serious shape and you have to be well-rounded. You need to know how to pass guard really well. You need to have a bunch of sweeps in your arsenal. You need to know how to take the back really well. And mainly that's what that rule set's really about. Passing the guard, sweeping, taking the back.
Well, you were telling me that those kids live at the gym.
Yeah. The Dream Arts place, they live at the gym and I think they get sponsored. So they get paid, I don't know if it's a salary or monthly, they get all their tournaments get paid for, everything. And they live there and between jiu-jitsu sessions, they learn English and they have all these different things. So they'll have their morning drilling, their afternoon drilling, and their nighttime training. So it's really their life there. So you can't really, people think you could just, I'm going to jump in the gi and I'm going to go win worlds. It's like, good fucking luck.
And I think now that jiu-jitsu is growing more and more, and that's the way for those kids to get out of Brazil, it's tougher every year.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard because you can see it even in the tournament. Even Ty Rutolo ended up losing out. Some of these guys that concentrate, I think the Baby Shark kid, some of these guys that are losing out, they're really good at jiu-jitsu, but they're just doing no gi. They're doing no gi also. And the guys that are winning it are just purely focused on the gi. I haven't even watched the finals yet, so I'm looking forward to watching those when I get home. But Long Beach is kind of a dumpy place. I thought I was expecting a nice little joint with the beach, but it's just kind of a shithole. I didn't know that. I was able to get a good steak. And overall it was a good trip. I enjoyed just being there and watching the techniques that the guys are doing that are in the semifinals and the finals and getting on the podium, watching what techniques are working, and just watching a bunch of good jiu-jitsu. I had a good time. Ryan, I just started the JellyRoll documentary. Well, we just finished it. JellyRoll. Did you watch that, Jay? It's on Hulu.
No, what's it about?
I think you'd enjoy it. It's about this big old fat guy. He's probably 400 or 500 pounds, but raised crazy life, raised shitty life, and he was going to jail, and then he was rapping, and then he started doing country music, and now he's got this.
Oh, is it that guy? Was he on Theo Vaughn's pod before?
I think so.
Big ass dude?
Tattoos on his face.
Yeah, he was on Theo's pod. I didn't know his story though.
It was just on Joe Rogan's too, but it's a crazy story.
Yeah. It's a documentary or show?
Documentary
Coming from the mud.
Damn, I like that. Somebody would say right there, G.
What does that mean?
It's like from the hood.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, gets you inspired, that guy. Yeah, crazy story. Listen to the Joe Rogan or check out the documentary. It was really good.
Yeah, and his songs are like authentic, you know, like it comes from his heart, but it's a lot of pain. But it's sad to see how many people like bond through that pain from his music.
Oh yeah, everyone in the crowd is just singing, like crying along with it, and they're just relating to him. So many people that were just grown up rough, went through tough times, that were crazy bad things has happened to them, and that were suicidal, and they're just dealing with this stuff, and they just relate to him.
Addictions, in jail, anything like that.
Yeah.
He gives him hope because he got out of it, because he was in and out of jail from he was like the time he was 15, and he still has a felony on his record that he was tried as an adult when he was like 16.
Yeah, so he was tried as an adult at 16. And you get tried as an adult at 16, you get a felony on your record. And now it's like, good luck getting a good job with a felony on your record.
Yeah.
Or good luck getting a decent apartment in a decent neighborhood with a felony on your record.
Said still to this day, he can't even buy a house.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm sure he's balling now, though, no?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he's balling. Go ahead, sorry.
On Joe Rogan, he said that he has like the best record deal ever because he got famous from YouTube because he made the videos on YouTube and had millions of people watching.
Well, he made it was. I think he said it was one video they had on, and it blew up like 60 million. And then he was starting to able to start selling out like little theaters
Concerts
and just
shit.
straight from YouTube, dude.
That's fire.
It's so sweet.
Yeah, because then he said he didn't need the money because a lot of times when they get signed and they need that money. So he owns all of his music. Usually you don't own your music. So he has like the best record deal that they've ever heard of.
Yeah, and with those young rappers and young artists, I'm sure they come, like a record label comes to him and says, "Hey, I'm gonna give you 50 grand cash right now, but I own 70% of your music."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You own all of it.
Like, what? 50 grand?
That's what he said. Normally you need the money, and that seems like a lot of money at the time, but in the end you're getting screwed over, and then you lose all the rights to your music.
Yeah.
Man, I bet that happens more than not. I know it happens in boxing. I know it happens. I've never really heard of it happen in MMA too much. I do remember, though, I had this guy I trained with a little bit, Rick the Horror Story. And I went out to Vancouver to train with him and spar with him. And he had this huge, like, beautiful MMA fitness gym. It was like crazy. But I think his coach at the time made him sign a deal with him to where he gets the majority of Rick's money and it goes into that business or something. And I don't know if the gym flopped or not, but it's like, God damn, you hate hearing that shit.
You gotta start doing that with the kids here, G.
Yeah. Yeah. Sign them on. Hey, I got $1,000
I get 80%
of everything. Yeah, so check out that JellyRoll doc. It'll bring out some feelings in you. And mostly it's the music with the story start choking you up a bit.
Did you cry or no?
I didn't. I held it back.
He teared up.
I
teared up. I cried.
You know, it just shakes a little bit. It's like, I pulled it back. I'm like, no, I'm too hard.
Because he's crying too.
Yeah.
He's crying and it's sad. And yeah.
JellyRoll on Hulu. And then we watched a doc. I think it was an older documentary, but it was on Netflix, I believe, and it was called Voyeur. Interesting show. This guy, and they're interviewing the actual guy, and the guy's a fucking character.
Tell him what a voyeur is. That's what he called himself, was a voyeur, but what he was.
That's with a respectable name for it. A peeping Tom. So he bought a hotel, and over every single room, he had a hallway to where he could go and look into the vents and see the perfect view of the bed, see a perfect view of the shower and bathroom.
So he was balling. Oh, so he just rented a room, or he bought the hotel?
No, he bought the hotel to make a spy place.
An experiment. That's what he called it.
He literally had like pages of and wrote down like what he would see in the room.
That's crazy.
and see all sorts of shit. And then he would like plant things in there. He'd plant like dildos in the drawers.
Just to see how they react.
Yes.
Some people would use them. Some people would come to the front desk like, what the fuck? Like appalled.
Social experiment or what?
That's what he thought he was doing.
It was.
Did he get locked up?
No, because no one ever told him this guy was trying to like write a story on him back in like the 70s or something. And he wouldn't let him use his real name. But now like the limitation has passed. So he decided
to talk about it because the time has passed. So you can't get in trouble.
That's kind of smart. It's fucked up.
Is it?
It's like 30 years later or something.
Yeah, because they were old. They were like 80.
Oh.
Yeah, and he was peeping couples. He'd sit up there all day. His wife would bring him sandwiches and snacks.
That's you, Mariah.
He'd sit up there all day and watch.
But that poor lady, she was like having mental breakdown because they were like, how could you let him do that and not tell? Mm-hmm. And people online know are like reading the story now and they're still alive. It was awful.
She looked fucking loony though.
Yeah, she looked crazy.
I don't know if it is, but you see some people that do like depression meds, or they do all these different prescription meds that the doctors just prescribe them. And I don't know if it's just women. Maybe it is women when they go through menopause or something, but they just get loopy. It's like dingy. It's like, are you even fucking
Well, if you go
there?
to like the normal doctor when you're having those problems, they don't try to fix your hormones. They just prescribe those pills.
Yeah. Yep. And just try to cover up the shit, huh?
They're not fixing what's actually wrong.
I just sent you some notes. It was supposed to be for this pot, but
Yeah.
But that Voyeur guy, the one time this couple was in there and they turned the lights off and he couldn't see. And he went and parked his car outside their motel room and turned the lights on and went back up so he could see.
So the light would go into the room and he could see what they were doing.
yeah, get it dialed in, huh?
Yeah.
But then he said he saw a murder too, but I think they went back and they said they couldn't find like records for it.
Yeah, if you want to, I don't want to give it away, but if you want to watch it, Voyeur on Netflix, it's kind of entertaining.
You know,
the guy's a freak for sure.
On your Patreon, just put your watch list.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, it's like whatever you're watching that week or that month, whatever.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Yeah, and didn't they cause a death? But then they didn't cause the death.
I don't know. I fell asleep.
Salvia story. Yeah, Salvia story. You ever done Salvia?
I think when I was that what they were selling at the smoke shops?
Yeah.
I think I did it once. I was tripping. I was
You
in high
did?
school. In high school.
Yeah, Sean and I got it once when we were at our first apartment, and I was like, "You go first." And then he went first. He took a big old rip of it, and he was just like he like so panicked, like, and he started getting out of his chair, and I'm like, "Just sit down and breathe." And he's like, "Oh," like he was in a fucking nightmare.
Wait, Salvia was like the fake weed, right? Or was that something else?
I think
Was that Spice?
Do you know? Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Spice. I did Spice, and I had a bad experience.
And he came out of it 7 minutes later. He's like, "Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it." I'm like, "Fuck. Thank God I wasn't gonna anyway."
Do you remember Spice or no?
I never did
It's
Spice.
supposed to be like you could still same type of high as weed, but if you were like on probation, you'd pee clear or like you'd pass it.
Ugh.
So people were just smoking that.
I wish I
I
had
feel
my
like that
computer.
was popular.
And then it got banned though because it was just like everybody was having bad
Yeah,
trips and
Spice
shit.
and Salvia you could just get at the smoke shop.
Yeah.
Was it synthetic?
I don't know what the
Something.
fuck
It was like
is.
some fake weed.
Yeah.
AI
You
weed.
even watch any shows?
What did I watch recently? TV shows. I just been watching Sons of Anarchy. Like
It's
binge
fired up,
watching
doesn't
it. Yeah, shit's fire.
I remember watching that shit. I damn near bought a Harley.
Yeah, I'm thinking of getting one.
You went
I
on a
want a leather
motorcycle ride,
jacket.
didn't you?
Yeah. He was showing me how to clutch, how to take off, like how to switch gears. It was pretty cool.
You can buy. I mean, you can.
I
get
can
a-
see how people get like addicted to it because you feel free out there, but it's scary.
Yeah, I mean, I would like you to get a motorcycle, but not here. I just see
Yeah.
people piled up too
It's
much.
scary.
And even if you're safe driver, other people aren't.
Well,
Yeah.
sometimes the Harleys are a little better because at least you can hear the Harleys coming.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you look around, look at how many people are on their phones,
Everywhere
and like the
now.
blind spots in those motorcycles are
Imagine the
so
freeway.
bad.
Yeah,
Fuck that.
everybody was just messaging me like, "Dude, be careful." Like I
Yeah.
have friends that passed away from
Dude. Yeah,
that. Like,
dude.
My dad would rip down the 10 going like over 100 every day.
Oh God.
I know he was telling us how he's in a bike gang.
Yeah, he is. And it was literally after we watched Sons of Anarchy.
Really?
Well, Tim and I used to, probably 10 years ago, 'cause we lived in Scottsdale and we started watching that.
Yeah,
We'd watch it every night. We'd be so
Oh, dude,
excited.
you fired
I'm
up.
hooked. I'm like season
Mariah
5
thinks
already.
what's his face is hot.
He is
Jax.
hot.
Yeah, all the girls love
I
him.
guarantee he thinks like BO bad.
That's okay. He's like, look, he's smoking cigarettes. He stinks like BO. He tries to just play it, make it bad.
It's bad.
It's not bad.
BKFC president says you have BKFC 41 with Rockhold and Mike Perry buys fell below expectations. Claims event had more than 700,000 illegal streams. Man, that sucks for those promoters. Like, what do you do? Is there a company you can hire? Like, how does UFC do it? I remember
everybody still streams UFC events though, but
I remember my first UFC coach. He bought. We're out in like Deer or Red Lodge or something in Montana. Where are we? Elk. What is it?
Rock Creek.
Rock Creek. This little tiny.
It's not a town. It's like an exit off the highway.
Yeah. And he bought the UFC fights there and had a little like get together. And someone that worked for the UFC, that he got papers in the mail, was getting sued.
Because it was at a bar.
He was streaming. Oh.
Because you have to buy it like differently if you show it to the public.
Yeah, like $3,000.
What's more expensive?
$3,000 to $5,000 to order the pay-per-view for a bar. But
I'm like
in a random spot in Montana. That's crazy. So UFC must have someone they hire, but someone like BKFC, they get these investors, they get these deals done with huge fighters, and they're like, this one's gonna pay off. Like it's trending everywhere. These are gonna be huge fights. We're paying these guys fat, and then they find out. They're like, fuck, we sold 100,000 pay-per-views and 700,000 illegal streams. That sucks.
Expensive?
What?
The pay-per-views?
Those pay-per-views?
Probably not.
Well, I think it was $60.
Yeah.
But for 3 huge fights, like that sucks for them.
I mean,
hopefully they can pull
imagine
out
the
of
guy
that.
was a little bit more tech savvy and he knew how to kind of block it, so they don't know. I don't know.
But
keep
people are always
going
gonna
to
stream shit.
Yeah.
But God, there's always those streams. So why is not UFC not illegally streamed more? It probably is. Or
it is, I'm sure. But I'm sure I always hear from my friends, they're like, oh, if it's a good pay-per-view, I'm gonna buy it, because a lot of times the streams will crash. Yeah.
Right at the main event.
So they're like, I don't want it to crash, so I'm just gonna buy it.
I feel like
Yeah,
we
right at the
used to
main
do that too. Like
I never would stream.
you would
Yeah, me either.
stream it, and then you
It's
started
illegal.
you started saying that too.
Oh, yeah. So now we just buy it.
We
No,
bought,
just buy
it
it.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Now, but like before, you're like, I don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
So how do they find it and make it crash?
Yeah, exactly.
This is all allegedly.
Or
we don't stream that
I
illegally.
would never fucking do that.
Me either.
And the bars, when there's a big UFC, that's like a good time for people to go out, go to the bars. So they probably all order it. Which, will bars ever order BKFC match?
I don't know.
Who knows? Okay, how about this from Daily Loud? 3,900 Americans lost their jobs in May because they were replaced by artificial intelligence. The first time that AI has been blamed for workers being unemployed, according to CBS.
Yeah, I wonder what jobs exactly.
Well, dude, already they're doing the McDonald's now. Some of them electric. Not
I haven't seen
electric.
AI.
But dude, it's gonna take over every job.
You think so?
110%. Now, you don't have these people who don't give a fuck about a job. Say someone who works at maybe an Albertsons or Taco, but they don't give a fuck. That's the last thing they want to do. So the owners of that place are liable for their employees, and now you're gonna be like, okay, I can buy this AI thing, and it's gonna do it perfect every time, and it's gonna show up every time, and it's gonna be reliable. Because I can't even imagine that, like, I mean, Burger Kings and Taco Bells and just little bit lower end joints, how hard it is to keep employees.
I know.
Well, even
And then you had to train the new employees. I'm like, I can't even imagine. It's probably such a fucking headache.
Well, yeah, the meat store that we went to in Utah when I was up there this weekend, my mom said they had a burger truck, and it's all grass fed, like local meat, and the meat store was so nice. And she said the food was like so good, but they literally can't keep workers to work the food truck. And even when I was driving through Wickenburg, McDonald's said like hiring, I think they were paying $16 an hour at McDonald's because they can't keep
You know what I always think though, when people like kind of almost like freak out that the AI is taking over their jobs? I remember Naval was like, well, yeah, it's bound to happen, but since they take over these jobs, we're gonna have more time to think of like, okay, we're gonna create more jobs as people, like better jobs for ourselves type of thing.
Jobs that we never even thought were real are going to open up.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the internet now. It's like that little job you worked for a while. That was like
what job? The strip club? I'm just kidding.
Remember?
No, the online job, and it was
Oh,
easy
yeah, I
because I
remember
could
that.
like log in, work, but multitask at the same time.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was only part-time, but it was...
Yeah, so you can make money on the internet fucking pretty easy.
Yeah.
If you're looking for work. Okay.
My friend was looking for online jobs, and she lives in Montana, and it was through the government, and it was some kind of... It was STD awareness or something, and it's all online, and $29 an hour.
Doing what? Just answering questions?
If you gotta look at,
Really?
but if you gotta look at STD pictures,
No, you probably just like do something stupid online.
$29 an hour.
Yeah.
Do some freaky. Just kidding.
Gross.
Yeah. So if AI is gonna take over soon, definitely is. But just like Naval said, I remember him saying that
me
too. Tons of other jobs are gonna open up that we can't even think of yet. What actually happened to Jamie Foxx? A journalist quoted in several reports that spoke to a source close to Jamie Foxx say Jamie had a blood clot in his brain after he got the shot. He did not want the shot, but the movie he was on pressured him to get it. He told on the show where he added the blood clot in brain caused him at a point to be partially paralyzed and blind.
Oh my God. Good thing we didn't get the vaccine, huh, G?
Is he still?
There was never a point where I even thought
Me too.
maybe I should
That's
get
what I
it.
don't get
Never
either.
once it crossed my mind.
That's what I don't
My
understand.
sister, though, was saying, like, yo, like, they were kind of pushing on her, and she got it.
At work? Or
Yeah.
where does she work?
I forget. She was, like, working at a call. I don't even think she works there anymore. It was, like, a call center or something.
Oh, F that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so weird. Like the people that get it compared to the people who don't. The people that get it just trust a source that they hear it from.
Yeah. Or imagine if your job did say, hey, you got to get it, or we're going to lay you off, or...
Yeah.
And you need
Oh,
that
for sure.
money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you would get. Yeah, and then people watch the news, NBC News, all the old folks like, you gotta get it, get it.
Well, I think even for like my grandparents to go into that assisted living, I think they made him get it.
But you get paralyzed and shit about that. I would just be so bitter, but you'd have to get over it.
And he's not back to normal.
I don't know. That's just that was pretty like viral the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, here's some Navalism for you: fast, lift, sprint, stretch, and meditate. Build, sell, write, create, invest, and own. Read, reflect, love, seek truth, and ignore society. Make these habits. Say no to everything else. Avoid debt, jail, addiction, shortcuts, and media. Relax. Victory is assured. It's pretty good. All Naval shit. He's so good. Don't you
Would
think?
that be a dream guest of yours, you think? Or do you think, like...
I feel like he's just so much smarter than me. I couldn't even keep
Well, I mean,
up.
that'd be the point. Just pick his brain. Get to know.
And then maybe like, yeah, ask him questions that I maybe don't understand, but could go back and listen to and get more out of each time I listen to it, maybe.
But wasn't it him who's saying like you should be able to explain it to a child?
Yeah.
If you really know what you're talking about. So I feel like he
True.
could explain it in a simpler way.
For retards like us, yeah.
I always think, too, like, a big-ass guest has been interviewed a lot of times. Like, what else are you going to ask them that they probably have already been asked?
I never thought about that, though, when I started, because people ask you, dream guest on the podcast, probably would be a Naval.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be fucking sweet.
Or you could just ask him like some of those tweets and just like go into more depth about it or
porn, ask him about if he does
Yeah.
that.
What's your favorite drugs?
Yeah.
what do you like to eat?
It'd probably be
Morning
good.
routine.
Mm-hmm.
Be fire.
Yeah, just ask him your normal questions. He'd probably like it.
We'll bring an OnlyFans girl on with him.
Oh my God.
They debate.
Or Rick.
Yeah.
Rick, that motherfucker. What was the worst messed up you've ever gotten on an edible, Mariah? Where you hated it?
I feel like I've always been pretty careful.
Yeah, this one time, it reminds me of a story. When after a wrestling practice one time in Missoula, my buddy Frank, who's a fucking stoner and a half, he gave me some fat piece of, like a little muffin edible. I was like, yeah, I ate it. Boom, boom. And I didn't eat or drink or anything, so I was dehydrated. And then it started hitting me, and I had, milk duds. Milk duds when I got home, and I was sitting on the couch watching, I had a fight on, and I start, putting the milk duds in my mouth and start wiping them over my face. And I'm like, what am I, doing? And I look down, and I'm dropping the milk duds.
That's when I walked in the door and I didn't know what happened, but you ate or anything. And
What was I acting like?
Yeah, you were just sitting in this chair and you're just taking these milk duds and going like this, but you're missing your mouth. And they were just going everywhere. And then you just kept doing it, just staring at the TV. And I was like, what are you doing? And you were so out of it.
And then I remember being in the bed, and the like knitting of the bed was tripping me out so much, and that's in my bed. I was like, I'm stuck like this forever.
Yeah, because
Like,
I'm like, let's go lay
gonzo.
down, and it was plaid sheets. They were plaids. They had the lines, so he's tracing the lines with his finger, and he's telling me this whole story about his mom and his sister, and I'm trying to follow, but it's not making any sense.
Wait, who's in that, Frank?
No,
Oh, Tim.
because after I saw him, because I just got done with class, so I went over to his apartment. And I like went and found Frank. I'm like, Frank, what the fuck did he eat? Like, what was it? He's like, just edible. Like, it's just weed. I'm like, that's not just weed.
Frank was fucked up too, though. Just
and he like
in the
went
shower.
and got in the shower, and then I didn't see him the rest
Sat
of
in
the
there
time.
for like all. And then we had to go to
Bridger's birthday.
yeah, and then her parents were around, and I was freaking out at the restaurant, so I went and sat in the stall for a while. Good 15, 20.
We were at like an old bar. It's called like the Old Post, I think, and they did the really good chicken wings there. So we were eating chicken wings. It was my brother's birthday, and he kept it. We went to the mall too before that to get Bridger a birthday present.
Yeah, you got to be careful with those edibles, especially homegrown edibles back in the day.
Well, you don't know what's it like, how much is in there at all.
Could be 200 millis.
Or 1,000.
Or 1,000 for all you know.
I feel like I've always been really careful. Well, you guys gave JJ too those 2 milligram or 2 to 10 milligram edibles.
Oh, yeah. Pro tip. Girls with high testosterone have higher libido, higher sex drive. Look for signs of high T on a girl. Wide jaw, big mouth, deeper voice, hairy arms or upper lip, wide shoulders, long fingers / feet.
Sound like a dude, bruh.
I don't think I have any of those.
So I'm going to keep an eye out for girls like that. Wide jaw means horny. Big mouth means really horny. Deep voice means horny.
That means guy.
Yeah, it could be.
Hairy armpits, G.
Could fucking be. Holy smokers.
Not my type, that's your type, Tim.
Oh, God. Well, I could probably handle it. Kai Kara-Fon's controversial loss.
Did you see that?
I
What he
didn't
tweeted?
see it.
I
Damn
only
it.
watched like the last probably 2 rounds.
So was it okay, so it was a decision.
It was split, yeah.
And I saw some coaches saying it was close. You can't just say big robbery. But I mean, you go to a decision and it's kind of in your mind. If you go to a decision anyway, it should be in your mind. I'm not sure if I won. It just should. There's been too many decisions that are just fucked. You have no idea the background of the ref. If the ref was raised as a boxer and it means so much to him to piece someone up on the feet, or he was raised a wrestler. No, wrestling means he took him down. That's 2 points in my mind.
The judge.
Yeah, the judge. Was I saying referee? Yeah, the judge.
I wonder how you become a judge.
I think you just apply to. I think you apply
Play on Craigslist
to be a
or what?
part of the commission. Yeah, I have fucking no clue. That's
For real though.
But I thought they worked for the commission. I think most of the time they do. I'm not sure though.
Well, and with social media nowadays, people know who the fighters are. I feel like.
What do you mean?
Like before,
Oh, they know who the judges are?
like, no, the judges would know, like, maybe they follow them online or, like, know who they are.
And have a previous little thought
Like a
about that
bias?
person.
They could.
Yeah, they could. Alexander Volkanovski and Stylebender, first official Prime athletes. I'd be curious to what those deals look like. They got to be good. I mean,
Yeah.
Stylebender and Volk, they got to be in the 7 figures. They got to be for those guys.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like, or it's like some monster shit.
Which
Still
some
gets
monthly
paid a little
shit,
bit, right?
yeah, monthly. Fuck yeah.
But Logan gave him like 2 prime iced out chains. So it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that's cool. BKFC president David Hillman claims that. Oh yeah, we got that. We got that covered. And then Tank Davis, 90 days in jail, huh?
Yeah, because like I don't know. I think he was on house arrest and he like violated it somehow. So then now he's doing 90 days in jail.
Who's that?
Tank Davis, he just fought Ryan Garcia.
He's a boxer, little short guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that fucking kid's crazy. 90 days in jail, though. I wonder what kind of jail he's in. Is he in a normal one, or?
Probably not. Celebrities, I'm sure, are like isolated now.
I wonder what the difference is. We should look into that.
Yeah.
Wonder what the difference is between a high level. Maybe there's more of they just have same place but more security. Maybe.
Yeah, I wonder.
Watching out for him a little bit. Could be. Adin Ross leaks Khamzat versus Usman. I wonder like how he found out about it though.
Yeah, I know. The only thing I'm thinking is
This is how he leaks it real quick. He's on the stream. Adin Ross is if you guys don't know,
Usman and
he's just
Shamayov,
the biggest streamer out there right now.
Oh, bro, y'all
he goes live on Twitch. Sometimes has 65,000, 70,000 people watch him just live, just fucking around. Let's see what he says.
You don't know. Usman and Shamayov. I'm like, damn, bro. October 21st. Y'all didn't know that, you casuals? Oh, what?
And then he's like, oh, I fucked up. But, dude, is that going to be a co-main event? It's probably not going to be 5 rounds. If it's not 5 rounds, it's like, what weight's it going to be at? That's going to be a big tell. It's going to be at 185. I feel like Khamzat fully fed is going to be so scary, and I think he's going to have way more of a gas tank at 185 than 170, cutting his balls off, probably cutting 25, could even be more than 25 pounds in 1 week, and then trying to fight a fight. Like he kind of gassed out against Gilbert Burns a little bit, but that was such a fucking high-paced fight. 185 pounds, 3 rounds. I think Khamzat could beat Usman. But 5-rounder at 170 pounds, I think Usman would beat Chimaev. So I'm curious to see what weight is. But that's a sweet fight. That's a fight. I wonder if it's going to be main event, co-main event.
Yeah, it could easily be a main event. Huh?
Fuck yeah.
They said that we have UFC fights every weekend for 4 months or something. Did you see that?
No, is it every month? A big card every month for 4 months?
I don't know if every weekend or something. I could be capped though. I think I seen it on Twitter.
June, because they have a big one. They have a big one in July. They have a big one in August. And they have a big one in September, I believe. So I think that's every month, a big UFC, which is cool.
Well, because they usually do them every weekend, but just one pay-per-view a month.
Mm-hmm. Do they don't always do one pay-per-view a month.
Usually.
No.
More than one?
No.
Or is pay-per-views very rare?
Pay-per-views are every couple months.
Oh.
Serious?
Sometimes. God damn it, I'm high. Okay, a woman claims she finally married the perfect man. The only catch is he is artificial. Roseanne Ramos fell in love with the chatbot Aaron Cartel last year, and the pair virtually tied the knot 2023. Yeah, it's so crazy the shit people can just build up in your mind, talking to someone online or seeing a sexy person in real life. You just picture them being just this perfect person, but everyone's got fucking issues.
Not me,
but
man. Just kidding.
Then artificial, that's crazy. Like he's an artificial chatbot. So what kind of sense of humor does he have?
You guys ever watch that movie Her? It's like basically what's it about? The guy falls in love with his AI. So
is she a doll?
No, it's like a Siri. It's like talking.
Oh,
it's like supposed to be like in a futuristic home, and like you know how Alexa is like that, but like more higher.
And he fell in love with her.
Yeah, he fell in love with it, but then it ends up breaking his heart. I don't know. It's crazy.
Oh, I remember them talking about that.
Yeah.
Jay was saying some of the OnlyFans girls want to come on for more segments. We're trying to think of funny segments. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know. Like, what's good questions for an OnlyFans girl, do you think, Mariah?
I don't know.
I think it'd just be funny because, like, remember that video I sent you guys where it's like who has more Riz or who has the best Riz? I think that would be funny.
Or ask them who they think's cuter.
Yeah, or just little kids.
They'll never be honest, though. They don't want to hurt feelings. Yeah.
I don't know.
Make a little game out of like a little.
Yeah.
Or just have them sit in front of the camera and just not say anything.
Yeah. So the bikini.
It's good to look at.
Just
and
twerk.
We could just talk. Yeah, if we just twerk for an hour.
That'd be sick.
Uh-huh. I don't know what else.
Have the Taco do some comedy.
I know, right?
Yep. How much would you do OnlyFans for? We've all been there before. A weekend trip to the casino canceled because real life came calling. Well, MyBookie's new and improved online casino is here to change the game. Dive into a truly realistic casino experience featuring the latest in slots, progressive jackpots, and live dealer action, all from the comfort of your own home. Take advantage of weekly blackjack tournaments and a brand new collection of high-end games for a chance at real cash rewards. The MyBookie Casino provides a Las Vegas experience when the action's in your hands, and the best part is you don't even have to wear pants. Your adventure of the MyBookie Casino begins today with a generous sign-up bonus using promo code REDHAWK, all caps. That's promo code REDHAWK to secure yourself a sweet deposit bonus. And that's not all, because their revamped loyalty programs ensures that you'll be showered with rewards, including free spins, cashback offers, and a host of exclusive VIP perks. The more you play, the more you win. Play anytime, anywhere with the MyBookie Casino.
To be a lot.
What's the number?
I don't know.
For real, what's your number, Brian?
Everyone's got a
I
number. So, what else is going on in your guys' life? Mariah took the horses back to Utah for the summer, so she won't have to be driving back and forth to our Waddell house because we're at our new house now, and the horses get out of the heat. For those fucking people in Arizona, you have an animal and you don't have them any shade. You are a fucking pile of shit, and you need your ass whooped, or something bad should happen to you. Dude, so I see some of these horses sometimes, or animals in general, whatever kind it is, a fucking llama or just whatever it is. They don't have shade in AZ, and it's so fucking hot. It's like 120 degrees, and these animals are getting legit cooked alive.
Yeah.
And then you got an owner just being a fucking retard.
And people don't realize like how hot the ground gets. Like one of our neighbors, they had shade out there, but the water was on the complete opposite end. That horse couldn't even walk because it was so hot, burning its feet.
Like literally has no choice to just sit there and die slowly.
Yeah. And it was old, and it literally was dying.
Yeah, that's fucked up. How is that not illegal? Is it illegal at all? Is there any?
As long as they have, like here, if they have water, like even if they're a rack of bones, like you can call the cops and they're like, there's nothing we can do. They have water.
So they have water, no shade. Doesn't matter the shade.
I don't know.
I know in some states it's illegal to like leave your dog out like that.
Yeah.
I've heard stories like Frenchies get really hot quick. I heard stories like
dogs
they could
can't
die
sweat.
out there.
So they overheat fast.
So they don't sweat, huh?
And neither like do pigs. That's why pigs have to have mud to roll around in.
Pigs don't sweat?
No.
Ugh, it's kind of gross.
Well, that's how they stay cool. That's why they have to have mud holes to roll in.
Oh.
Like dogs pant. That's how they stay cool.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of pork.
Same.
I don't know why.
Well, pigs are really smart too.
Is that why?
No. Well, a lot of times, I think if you're getting it like from the right, like organic farmer, but a lot of times they feed pigs anything because pigs will eat anything.
So they could be feeding them the cheapest, like,
or they'll feed them like
just feed or like.
Well, we
stuff off the floor,
they
like
eat their own shit.
Yeah. Because they keep them in like really small pens.
Really?
That's what I've heard.
So they just keep them in small pens, feed them enough just to stay alive, or they're feeding them a bunch of bullshit crap to
get them
fatten
fat.
them up.
Yeah.
And then they eat their own shit?
Yeah.
Wow. That's gross.
Well, like,
so that's why I don't do fucking pork.
In Utah, there's all these like hog houses, and we didn't know what they were when we were driving to a race. My mom found out there were like these hog houses, and they're completely enclosed. Like they don't go outside at all. You can't see in there. But I guess it was I can't remember what it was called, but it was Chinese owned. Chinese owned all of them.
It was a big. Like
there was like
buildings?
all these little. There were smaller, and there was all in different areas, and all the pigs were in there. And then
the Chinese owned it.
it was Chinese owned, and a lot of people from that small town worked at the factory, and it was a really good job, I guess. But someone came and like a PETA person came, and they got it all shut down.
So they were doing some fucked up shit. Those pigs were just living in hell.
I'm sure there was just like building, and no, they didn't go outside. You never saw pigs, but that's where they lived. I don't know.
Yeah, like on the Quran or Muslims, it's like it's a sin to eat that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Isn't that crazy?
That's right.
To eat pork.
They didn't really have any places with pork and shit at their Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, because we don't really eat pork.
Very rarely.
Rarely I'll eat some good
A little
bacon.
bacon, yeah.
A little
I like
bacon
turkey
cooked on the
bacon
grill.
better.
You like the turkey bacon? You like the turkey bacon? It's not bad.
It's not bad.
I think because I grew
it makes
up
me
eating that.
sleepy. Like,
That could be in your head.
no, for real.
But
No, your granny told you that at fucking Thanksgiving.
no,
No, I think it's true.
no, because eggs make me sleepy. Like, I get tired when I eat eggs.
But
Really?
turkey and eggs are different.
No, I know, but I'm just saying like food now in general.
Oh, okay. That could be because someone was saying, I think was it Paul Check? He's like, could be not really good for your gut if you get really sleepy after some food, or you
that's why I
start
don't eat
getting
it.
bloated and you start getting gassed. That food's not digesting right with you.
Yeah. And I did eat some pork this weekend, but it was from that meat shop that we went to, and it's all local, good, and raised well.
So it was like a pulled pork sandwich?
No, it was like breakfast sausage. And you know how breakfast sausage has that nasty like skin? I don't really like sausage. And these didn't.
Mine.
They didn't have that gross like skin around it. It was just like little links like meat. I don't know.
Not
It was
bad.
really good though, actually. But usually we don't eat that.
You been eating meat? You been doing a good job at eating enough protein a day?
Fucking no, I don't count my shit, bruh. I just eat.
I just drink my teas and eat my seeds.
No.
It's hard to eat that much protein because you're supposed to eat like as much as you weigh in grams.
It's like, am I supposed
Or
to weigh out
something
my
like that,
meat
right?
or what? Tim?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to maintain your muscle, I think that's what they say. I think that's what they say, and that is a lot of protein if you think about the grams of protein you had in a day.
And if you think of like one scoop of protein powder is like what, 22 grams?
20 grams.
I gotta eat 140 pounds of protein.
Come on, champ. You ever want to be a $150 and over?
Dude, I weighed myself 142.
That's good.
That's solid.
But I feel like when
I'd rather be that size than be huge.
True.
I would way rather be like limber and smaller than just be huge. Like, fuck that.
But when I try to prioritize our protein, I feel like we definitely feel better, and then we don't eat as much crap.
Yeah, because you've been doing the protein before the coffee for a while now. You and your mom. First thing in the morning, do some lemon water, a little bit of salt, and then you've been doing the 20 grams of protein. And
I try to do like a scoop of collagen too to try to get it to like 30, 35.
And you found out that it's like good for women.
It's really good, yeah, for like your hormones, and it's good for anybody just to get that protein. Because as soon as you drink coffee on an empty stomach, you're like boosting your cortisol, which is like your stress hormone. And you don't want that high because that's how you keep like belly fat, and it's hard to lose weight.
Especially if you're doing like some crappy creamer and some sugar or some stuff, and you're just spiking that blood sugar first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Like, but that's probably what people crave.
Yeah. But
It's just that spike. Boom.
And trying to wait a little bit for the coffee. And then another good tip is like if you're going to eat a snack, like if you're going to eat an apple, try to eat it with some protein, like have some almond butter or have some cheese with it, or try to pair like something that might increase your blood sugar with some protein.
I like how
That's good.
Remember that doctor dude we had? How he eats steak and fruit in the morning?
Yeah.
I need to get on that diet, bruh.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. That's
And it's
cool.
true, like, because that's probably what your body should be eating.
Yeah.
And then if you think about what they feed kids, like before you go to school, most kids don't eat.
Bunch of carbs and shit.
Yeah, it's like sugar cereal, Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so normal to feed kids shit. Why is it just okay and normal? It's like, why is it? It's
I don't
just
know.
like-
It's the Illuminati.
Well, I think like
I don't
we
know what it is.
probably
Everyone
grew up
does.
with it, so it's
Yeah.
just like normal. You just eat
And we
cereal.
survived.
You eat cereal for breakfast. Like
Well,
that's
it's
what
what
you
they
do.
push on us. Like, hey, this is normal.
That's what
to
you eat for
this.
breakfast. That's a breakfast food.
Yeah. Cereal.
And
Reese's
then when you're a
Puffs.
parent, that's just kind of how you were programmed. So then you're just giving them what you were programmed with.
Probably, and like I think a lot of moms or dads are busy in the morning, so they're not going to fight with their kids on what they're going to eat, or they don't have time to cook breakfast.
Just take this sucker and get out of here.
Well, because like
Sucker.
think about it, if school starts that early in the morning and you're trying to get 2 or 3 kids up and ready to go to school, do you have time to make eggs and bacon every morning? Probably not.
Yeah.
And go to work and
When a man comes home from work, there should be warm lunch date. There should be warm lunch date on the table. House needs to be cleaned. Kids should be clean and ready for bed. Peace and silence should be waiting for him.
Ready for bed.
he
at
doesn't
4
want to hang
p.m.
out with his kid.
He just never see a kid.
He's like, go to
No.
bed.
No. What's your guys' thoughts on that? Because I'm seeing pure truth.
I think it's bullshit.
It's gonna fire. Just ignore
Okay.
your kids.
10 seduction. Well, that was just this lover's guide on Twitter. It says some funny shit. 10 seduction tips every guy must know. Eye contact. Strong eye contact with a light smirk can bring so much tension, but don't turn into a staring contest. You should know when to look away and then look back at her. And of course, don't forget to look at her lips.
That's a good one.
You know what that reminds me of? Is fucking Big Ray.
Big Ray.
Big blue belt Ray. When he sees a girl and he's just like,
his
God,
game?
look at that one. He just like, just pretty much
Tries to
rapes
get
them with his
icons.
eyes.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I was
So
like,
there
that
we
could
go.
go 2 ways. If it's like, what is the word? Mutual, I guess, when you guys are both doing it, or it could be really creepy.
Really?
And you just
creepy.
try to smirk like how you think sexy and look at her lips. Yeah. I
Take
don't
your
know.
sunglasses off. Let's try it.
Yeah,
No,
try it,
no,
Tim.
no. Okay, body language. You need to give confident, seductive vibes. Your posture needs to be firm and relaxed. Even show that you're somewhat egoistic. Stand and walk straight up, and of course, look good.
That's me, bro.
That's you walking into Driftwood, isn't it?
For real.
Okay, let's check out number 3 here on seductive tips. Tease her. If you're going for a kiss, don't just do it. Go for it, but don't immediately do it. Push-pull method. Bring tension between you and play around with her. It's fun, but also seductive.
That's the Tim method.
Yeah, right. The art of speaking. If your goal is to sleep with her, you need to make her think about it too without saying it. You do it with your words. Playfully bring naughty thoughts in her head. Being able to make her think about it without being direct
Why you laughing?
is a powerful tool.
These could go
They're actually
so
kind
wrong.
of good, but they could go wrong real
Yeah.
bad.
Like if someone like, just didn't have confidence or like was trying to do it like
Awkwardly.
Yeah. Be a gentleman. No, you won't be beta. If you act like a gentleman towards her, this doesn't mean you simply simping over her, but opening doors, removing hair from her face, taking her jacket. It's a tactic that makes women feel wanted. That's how you make her open up to you. Voice. Your voice is more powerful than you think. Slow but confident with a low tone voice will make her attracted to you.
Change your voice up, Tim.
It boosts up your confidence, okay?
let's hear your low tone voice.
For real.
Yeah. Sitting position. It would be best for you to be sitting next to each other with slightly being turned into each other, like you're sitting in some kind of booth. It will feel more intimate, and you could be whispering some things into her ears. Be touchy with her. Okay. Touch. Do not touch her until it's obvious she likes you or she does it first. You should know how to do it without being a freak. You want to make her lean into you. Touch her leg, arms, and face, and of course, you need to know how to properly do it. Wow.
Just touch your ass.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, 2 F's. Be flirty and funny. You want to make her smile, but not like stupid jokes. More like intimate ones. Flirtatious. Tease her. The more she smiles, the more you make her interested in you. Act like she's already into you. It's a game that women often fall for. Treat her like she's already into you because it will make her continue the game you're playing. Women fall for egotistic guys. They confuse it with confidence. I thought those were pretty good tips. Pretty good tips. Which ones are you good at, Jay?
All of them, bro.
What's your go-to?
That
Number
makes,
one.
reading that makes me think my riz probably ain't too bad.
I had the flirty, funny part. I feel like that's my best.
But then, are you good at the like slightly touchy part?
Oh,
That's
unless they
the-
touch first, like how it said, then it's like okay.
They ain't gonna touch first.
Sometimes
You're the
they
man.
will.
You're the man. Yes,
that
sometimes
means
they
you're
will.
beta.
No.
Sometimes they'll touch first. That means they want to get to business.
Yeah.
How many?
exactly.
How do you have to hold my hand the first time?
At the movie theater, just counted to 5. On 5,
Really?
I'm doing it. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's always when you're holding hands for the first time with someone, it's so awkward because then it's like your hand starts to get a little
Sweaty.
tacky, and then you're like. But that's just being young, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were only 19. I remember when you told me that. You're like, I had to count to 5 and then just grab your hand.
Like you're jumping in the go plunge.
Yeah. These tiny homes from Home Depot are the same size as New York City apartments. You could pay off the entire home for the amount you spend in 1 year of rent. They have like 440 square foot cottage, $31,000, 200 square foot tiny home, $15,000, 540 foot 1 bed, roof and a deck, tiny home, steel, $43,000. And it'd be so sweet to own 10 acres or something and have your people that you want on there with just smaller little tiny homes and
Yeah, and have a place for like our parents to come for the winter or anything
or
like
just
that.
the parents to even to live.
Yeah.
to live. You can yeah, that would be cool. Cool in the future.
I don't think our parents want to be here in the summer.
Yeah, my dad sure as fuck doesn't. Oh, what do you got going on the rest of the day, Jay?
Nothing much. I mean, just chilling. What about you guys?
Yeah, I'm glad it's Sunday too. Get relax a little bit before the week. I'm excited for the week and the week of training. Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Jake Shields says, no trans men have been willing to fight me. I'll add $10K of my own money to step in the cage with me, plus $100K if they defeat me. This is on top of any money from the promotion. You're real men, and so 10 of you should be able to beat me. He's saying 10 trans. But there's Elon Musk tweeted this documentary out.
Oh, yeah.
And I watched the whole thing when I was just kind of bored in Long Beach. And it's a crazy documentary. It's this guy just going around asking like trans people and stuff. They're just asking what is a woman? What would you say? What is a woman?
Like a female, or what do you mean?
No. That's why I'm asking her. What would you say defines a woman?
A woman has a vagina.
You are transphobic, babe. To say that,
you're canceled.
Is beyond fucking me.
Well, what is it then?
Yeah, what is a woman, G?
I would say, I mean,
they're
a female,
a biological female has a
someone
vagina.
Can produce, reproduce.
Yeah,
a baby. That's
what
I would think. But all these people were just getting stumped, and the guy is really smart. He wasn't being mean about it or anything, but he was really smart, and he made a lot of good points just by quizzing people that are supposed to be the smartest. And Elon Musk tweeted, every parent should watch this.
Well, I think people just spew what they hear and they don't have an answer for themselves. Just like you asked me what's a woman, I'm like, I never thought of that.
It's a movie they really don't want you to see, he says, because it got shadow banned. And now it just fucking exploded.
Where do you watch it at?
88 million people have seen Elon's tweet. It's on Daily Wire on Twitter. Real Daily Wire.
Oh, I think I remember hearing about this.
It's really interesting. Kind of funny a lot and interesting. So today I am going to go to Sprouts. I'm going to try to get some good snacks. This Lee Bones Fine Meats in Glendale. Phenomenal meats. Gave me this tomahawk steak. So I got to really look how to cook a tomahawk and get serious with it.
You just burn it.
Yeah.
Well done.
Just char it, throw it to the dogs. And then my brother got me one of these pellet grills. So I'm looking forward to cooking just some of the best meat out there. And then I'm looking forward to getting in the gi, and I'm looking forward to getting in the no gi this week. Get back to training. That weekend full of jiu-jitsu, makes me want to just train so bad. And other than that, what else this week? I can't think of anything else. So didn't do the Timbo Sugar Show, so I thought I'd rip a REDHAWK recap for you. We'll see, me and Jay, if we're feeling like up to it and get a good guest, we'll do another one on Wednesday. If not, maybe we'll go film another vlog. Jay just did a vlog. The vlogs you do for me, everyone always loves, and we just dropped it on my page, A Weekend with the REDHAWK. Jay did that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hit the subscribe button if you have it. It fucking helps out. It really does. And then patreon.com/RedHawk Academy, where I have all my exclusive content. And god damn it.
And subscribe to Mariah's OnlyFans.